So I just passed the first village in about 120 kilometers in Sudan. I met a young guy who speaks very well English, and he told me that it's a mining town here. They're mining for gold. Yeah, crazy experience. So different already from Egypt, everything.
We are so happy to have our friend Nils in South Sudan. I hope you a nice journey in this country. I hope also that you must come here again in your country. We will see you and visit you for anything that you want. So thank you. See you in Holland for live winning. Okay?
Thank you and good luck with your master.
Yeah, with you. Yeah, okay. See you. See you there.
See you.
Yes.
I came out to the desert to find what I lost in your eyes. I filled my lungs with the sunset and walked out into the night. I am a wandering soldier in this dusty land. Nothing but the torn clothes on my back and the empty barrel in my hand.
Onwards, broken-hearted soldier, into the great unknown. Lay down your weapons and follow into the light of the sun.
When I couldn't walk any further, I fell to my knees to pray. With my final breath I cried out. In the blowing wind I heard you say,
Onwards, onwards, good soldier, into the great unknown. Hear the golden trumpet sounding, calling the dying soldiers home.
find what I lost in your eyes. I filled my lungs with the sunset and walked out into the night.
I just stopped here to eat something and try to get some protection from the wind and the sun. And I just saw like these fruits in there in the distance. They look like apples. Gonna try what they are. I'm really curious what kind of fruits these are that grow here in the middle of the desert. I think I will take one or two. I don't know if I can eat them, so I'll have to ask some locals. This is what it looks like inside. I have no clue. It smells a bit like melon actually. But I'll keep it with bread with bananas for now, just to be sure. So I asked the guys if they eat these fruits, and they said no, we don't eat them. We just use them as toys to juggle, or if you're not that good in juggling, to play football. The first bit of green then that I'm seeing in Sudan, right here behind, is the Nile River, and it creates some green in this otherwise desolate desert landscape.
Somewhere in the middle of the Sahara Desert, I reach another milestone on this epic cycling journey.
Just bought a new scarf, some protection for my head. Not sure really how to wear it yet. Just found the roadside restaurant here with one dish on the menu, full for beans. It's quite good actually. Oh look, there's a bird.
Yes, Dongola, Karma, Dongola, Khartoum.
Yes. Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Jij bent Egypt?
Ik kom from Egypt. But you have fun. Oh, I'm so tired still. It's almost 9 o'clock. I've been sleeping I think 14 hours already. Now the sun is getting so warm that it's impossible to sleep any longer. But, yesterday I was so dead at the end of the day. I've been cycling 110 kilometers on average for the last 6 days. Another coffee. It's not the most fancy camp spot, but it's got the most important features. No bugs, low protection from the wind, out of sight from people, quiet, and I was really too tired to look for anything better yesterday. Can you believe it? There's actually people living here in the middle of the desert. And he gave me some water, which I really needed. Thank you guys. Selfie. Selfie. Man, I underestimated this road. My head is aching from the sun, my soreness throat. My throat is sore from the dry wind. I drank at least 6 liters already. Well, thank God I met those children who gave me some water. I can drink at least another liter when I get to the village, which is about 20 kilometers. The sun is about to set, so I might make it to the village just before dark. Oh, damn, I'm so tired. It was already pitch dark when I arrived in the village here, and I ended up sleeping at this mosque. There was nobody around here, and I thought, well, I don't think anybody will make a problem for me sleeping here. And indeed, nobody cares. Just before I arrived here yesterday, I had the best food ever. I was so hungry. It was so good, so cheap. So why would I take this tough, challenging road 180 kilometers through straight desert? Well, to see the pyramids of Robbery. And there's really nobody here. I have the pyramids all by myself. What a contrast to Egypt. These friendly guys just invite me for breakfast, with keshra and full. It's very good food. Shukran. So what usually happens here in Sudan is that you're cycling on the road. Some people see you on the side of the road. They make this gesture if you want food. If you stop, you get a nice meal. And often they invite you to stay the night as well. Like is the case here. I will be sleeping here tonight in a small village in Sudan. Life is very quiet, very simple here. Tough, indeed. My hosts were building this house this afternoon by the bricks they made themselves as well. They told me it took them 5 days to build this house. 2 people. Here they make the cement. And the kids are playing, making their own toys. The menu here is every day the same. Bread with beans, for which they grow the wheat and the beans here, using the water from the Nile, which is behind that green area. They eat often meat as well, chicken or lamb. I just helped slaughter a lamb right here on this wooden post. If you don't want to see anything of this, please skip this section because it can be nasty. The last 300-kilometer stretch of pure desert to Khartoum. I'm carrying around 7.5-8 liters of water now because I hope to do it in 2 days. It will be long days, very warm days. The temperatures are going well above 40 degrees now. So let's go!
Daylight had spoken, so clear and so plain. I'm the keeper of nothing but an old flame, consuming the shadows, caught in the light, blinded by hunger and fed to the night. Darling, you came to me like a dream in this endless flight. My heart was reaching, so tangled and twined, like pines in the willows, a serpentine killer, bound by its climb. But glory was calling, she wailed and she whined, higher and higher, leave it all behind. And darling, you came to me in the glory I'd longed to.
I pushed my bike up this hill last evening, and it's really one of the best camping spots ever, with this view of the vast Sahara desert, and right over there, white camels. It's really incredible here.
My search was unending, and my soul was bare.
This is pure nature, pure beauty.
Came to me like a midnight flare.
This is why I travel.
out of the ocean. The stars had all gone. My heart was broken, lost and alone. Darling, you came to me like a beacon, leading me home.
Hello there, darlings. I'm almost out of water. I see you still have some in your bag. Can I have some? I think they need it themselves. So incredibly hot. It's the hottest of the day now, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And the wind is just like a microwave, so warm. Day in Sudan is not complete without at least one meal of food, even in the middle of the desert. I've arrived in the outskirts of Khartoum. I've survived the desert crossing, although it was so hot. I deserve this. I'm staying with Abdullah in Bakri, which is a part of Khartoum. I met Abdullah in Dongola just before I left, and I stayed in contact with him, and he invited me to his place here in Khartoum. We're having a nice breakfast now. Today I will go to the Ethiopian embassy to see if it's possible to go by land to Ethiopia, and then maybe in a few days I will see Abdullah again.
Yes, in Medani.
In Medani?
Yes.
In a small place?
Called Al-Hilala.
Al-Hilala, yes.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
The people in the Khartoum met from Malia, from Medani, from Al-Hilala, from Robbery.
On my way to the Ethiopian embassy, things started going horribly wrong. And I'm not talking about plastic getting stuck in my chain.
Yesterday evening, one of the worst possible scenarios happened. My bag with my passports, my credit cards, all my money got stolen here in Khartoum. I was sitting in a restaurant, had my bag next to me, didn't pay attention for a moment, and it was gone. I panicked, I could cry. I really don't know what to do. I'm desperate. I will have to go to the embassy first, try to apply for a new passport, try to get some money in some way or another.
For 2 days I was a bit depressed, but then I soon realized that it wasn't the end of the world. I still had my bike, I was in good health, and still motivated to keep on cycling and exploring. During the 5 weeks that I stayed in Khartoum, waiting for a new passport, I once again experienced the incredible kindness and hospitality of the Sudanese people. Every day I was invited for tea, for lunch, or to sleep in people's homes.
I shouldn't let it stop my trip.
I was introduced to the Sudanese cycling club. I joined them for their weekly training and talked about my journey.
It's almost, if I tell this story to anybody, they won't believe me.
Yes.
I've got my passport back, or at least a fresh new passport, completely blank. But because it's blank, because I don't have any stamp, any visa in here, I will need to go to the immigration office. I'm now on my way to the immigration office for the 5th time already. The first time I was refused entry because I was wearing shorts. The second time the network failed. The third time there was a problem because they could not see my visa in their system because I entered by land. And then they told me it would be a very cumbersome procedure to get my exit visa, and I would also have to pay a penalty. But yesterday I went back. I realized that I made a picture of my Sudanese visa, and with that I was, after a very long day of running back and forth, collecting many stamps, I was able to arrange the exit visa, and now hopefully going to pick it up, and that will be the very last thing I have to do before I can leave Sudan.